in fear. Don't make a sound, don't let them hear. Cause if you're found, then you'll be disappear. I'm coming for glory. This is the only way to be. You've heard all my stories, you know it's in my destiny. No pain, no love, it's a long game, focus. Dive in the war, be the soldier, no difficulty can hold us. Keep looking out for the danger, even from things that we seem to love. Just with a snap of my fingers, enemy turn to dust.
Now keep them coming, keep them knocking my door. It's the bloodshed that leaves me hungry for more. Always ready for war, feasting on the applause. Cause victory is written into my core. So come on,
now bring it on. I've been waiting for too long. My rage is growing stronger than a storm.
so come on. Can you feel it now? This is what I'm talking about. The craving sound inside my mind for days and hours. I say it loud, say it proud.
I got my dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, cause I am believed in. Let victory make history.
There will be pains again, but then we gain from it. We never aim the same. Yeah, it's hurricane in my lane, that's raining flame away. If you wanna taste of my game, there'll be silent cut, the violent rush. Even lights get shut with a direct touch. I need no luck, cause I'm the one, and this is my winning song. So come on.
Now bring it on. I've been waiting for too long. My rage is growing stronger than a storm.
So come on, can you feel it now? This is what I'm talking about. The craving sound inside my mind for days and hours. Say it loud, say it proud.
I got my dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, cause I am believed in. Let victory make history. I got my dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, cause I am believed in. Let victory make history, yeah.
Hi, welcome everyone, I am Leandro AMK e eu quero desejar a todos participantes do torneio Summer League um bom jogo. Good luck to all!
My name is Justin and you might know me from the Live with Masters channel. I would just quickly like to wish all of the participants of AoV Summer League 2021 good luck on that big prize pool, and everybody else so much fun on watching the content. Hope to see you all on the battlefield soon, guys.
Hello, I'm Alfonso Gardeazabal, once again speaking on behalf of the Arena of Valor development team. We've got a great new Arena of Valor update coming your way, and I'm here to bring you all the first-hand news straight from the development team. We're really pleased to see that the championship, which underwent a major update in the previous update, was well received. One of my coworkers tells me how they competed in every match with friends and managed to win only one championship, making them a single crown champion. Although the competition was very challenging, they say that the fun of competing as a team against other teams was truly something memorable. To players who have won multiple championships, you have my heartfelt admiration. All right then, back to business it is. Let's take a closer look at what we've got for you in this new update. We've always shown zero tolerance towards match-breaking or abusive behaviors. However, the algorithm has always been one of the most difficult to optimize in the entire game. Therefore, we are continuing to improve the algorithm and strive for an ongoing progress so that more bad conduct can be subjected to monitoring and penalties, and in turn create a better game environment for everyone. In this tweak, not only did we optimize the algorithm, but we also increased the penalties. Player accounts judged to be displaying match-breaking behaviors will lose all data from the highest rank and the Seal of Kings. This means that match-breaking players will not only be banned from their accounts, but they will also be immediately removed from the rankings. Their highest rank will be reset to Bronze 3, and the Seal of Kings will be reset to 0. Even while penalizing bad conduct, we've always believed that players with good conduct and attitude deserve to be encouraged and be seen as role models by all players. In some cases, even when they lose, these outstanding players continue to encourage their teammates to do their very best, even when at a disadvantage, and not give up until the very end. Even when defeat is imminent, they just keep being positive. In order to encourage these MVPs that lost, we have made a small optimization. When a player becomes the MVP of a losing team, the stars earned by the losing MVP will be settled first. This is to prevent a situation where Brave points are deducted if Brave points and the losing MVP stars are settled simultaneously. With two powerful creatures dominating the battlefield, the enraged Darkslayer and Drake, those brave enough to challenge them on their own often pay a heavy price for their recklessness. If you've experienced the powerful wrath of these creatures, like me, you've probably wondered what it would be like to command the battlefield as they do and gain the absolute power to crush ordinary mortals. Or do you share the thought commonly expressed in fairy tales where dragons are always fated to be slaughtered by the courageous? Given the chance to become a dragon, can you successfully rewrite destiny and become the supreme dominator of the battlefield? In the new gameplay mode, Morph Battle, you will be given your wish. Players will enter battle as a Drake or
Mass said the same thing.
Right. Welcome everyone to the grand final of the AoV European Summer League. And today we're gonna start with the hosting with me, Cam, and my fellow broadcaster, Mr. Yugi PK.
Thank you,
And
Sam.
first, I would like to mention a special thank you to our sponsors for the tournament, which is Drovo, a very good live stream platform for gamers of every games you can think of. And this has a very good layout for viewers to come in and support your favorite streamers. And we would also like to thank Timmy, the developer of AoV, who are sponsoring us with the vote vouchers prize of over 100,000 vouchers for the whole tournament.
Yes, well, this tournament in total, it's 150 euros in cash and 100k vouchers. Now we will have the finals. The main part of the prize pool will go to them. They are probably happy.
Absolutely. We would like to mention that not just only the winner and the second place or the third place won the prize, but also the 5 to 8 ranking team gonna win the prize too.
Yes, and one more thing we do have to mention is there will be MVP prizes for the best players in each position.
Absolutely, we have so many positions for the prize to compete in.
Yes.
And to mention that after the qualifying round, after 20 teams, we only have 2 best teams out of the 20 who are qualified for the grand final today, which is AMK Team representing French and
Hengez is God representing Germany.
absolutely. The 2 best teams of this tournament gonna go head to head in a BO7 for the grand prize of let's see, more than 70 euro in monetary prize and a lot vouchers.
Yes, 40k vouchers and 75 euros for the winners of this tournament.
Absolutely. So the first match of the BO7 gonna start soon in just a few minutes. So we would like to say that the viewers should hang tight because this is going to be very entertaining. The 2 best teams of the tournament getting head to head with each other.
Yes, we are hoping for a great match. I'm hoping to see a match till Game 7. What about you, Cam?
Absolutely. I would like to see a 3-on-3 draw. Maybe some comeback from the losing team too. If it gets to the 7th match, it's going to be one of the best BO7 in this tournament just yet.
Yes, we've seen some very good matches overall in this tournament already. But with the 2 best teams, we're hoping to see probably the best match here.
Absolutely. There should be no mistakes in the grand final. Both teams have shown their strength and weakness in the semi-final and the qualifying rounds, but they're gonna have to be the best on today's match.
Yes.
Because one mistake it can cost you the whole tournament you're gonna fight about.
Get ready your baby powder so your hands don't get sweaty. And
Baby powder. Yeah, I'll prefer Sam's, but yeah, whatever. Alright, as special mention that although Tachi is released in this server, we do not allow Tachi in this tournament.
yes, other
Both
than our heroes are allowed, every hero, even Toro is allowed in this tournament, even though he's not released on every server.
Absolutely. And today we're gonna have go with the global ban pick rule, which is for 7 matches, if you pick a hero for your team, you cannot pick him twice in the next match.
Yes, well,
So both teams has to be very careful about their hero choice now, since they cannot reuse the hero twice.
Well, yes, until the 7th match, no hero can be used twice on the same team.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna have to see some diverse in the tactics coming from both teams. they're gonna have to be very flexible about the strategy, about the whole BO7 match. They're gonna need some special, plan, special schemes for all the heroes and all the compositions they're gonna go with against the opponents. Very, very careful at the ban pick phase too. And now both teams, I get a signal that both teams are ready now. And the first match is gonna start very, very soon.
Yes. Hang tight, and here goes. We will now begin the first match of this BO7. On the blue side, we will have Team AMK, and on the red side, we have Hengez is God.
Absolutely. Now on to the first ban phase of the BO7. We're gonna have AMK banning the first heroes. As we mentioned before, now onto the ban pick phase, they're gonna have to give many thoughts about it. And the first banning option belongs to Annette, a support. Very odd meta ban here.
Yes, Annette got banned as the first pick, which means they are probably looking for picking up a lot of warriors if they ban out Annette, because she's very good against warriors. The second ban coming out of one of the strongest warriors right now, basically ever since he came out, Florentino.
We have a very good saying that if Florentino in the hand of a good player, he can take on 5 opponents at a time. And that was proven to be the case in the tournament. In the semi-final, in the qualifying rounds, in the quarterfinals, we have seen a lot of good Florentino. And now, no wonder Florentino is being banned here.
Yes. The second ban coming out from Team AMK is Kira, which is basically a very powerful jungler, an AP jungler that has the power to snowball and win you the game.
Absolutely.
And that was a ban on Zip coming out from Team Hengez is God.
We have seen so far in the very early rounds of this tournament that Zip is going to be a very broken hero. It's very hard to counter against Zip, although you know the weakness of him. He's a very strong hero that can disrupt the fight. He can bring on a fight, he can retreat, he can do anything.
Yes, Zip is a bit too versatile in this meta. Well, in every meta, Zip has always been extremely strong. So the fact that he's banned isn't a surprise to anyone here. First two picks are coming out as Caffeine, a hyper carry, and Irie coming out.
Very interesting. We haven't seen an Asinka just yet. Asinka may be the choice here because the team's gonna have to preserve their. They're gonna have to preserve their, their picks for the next matches of the BO7. No, but they're gonna choose to go with Iki instead of Asinka.
Yes. So both teams are coming out very strong in the first match, wanting to get that advantage to start putting pressure on the opponent here.
Moving on to the next pick, we have a Yena lock-in. As we have seen before in the stats, Yena is the most picked hero in the tournament so far with 10 picks in total. And she has a very decent win rate too.
Yes.
Yena, I could argue that Yena is one of the top warrior at the Slayer lane too, among with Florentino and Ari and others. She probably ranks one of the best. And no wonders that Team AMK chose to lock in that Yena for the first match.
Yena currently has a 60% win rate as the most picked hero, so a very solid choice to say the least.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna see a Ras pick in. We're gonna see a very hard poking heroes in the mid lane from both teams. Ras and Iggy. Both of them are capable of dealing damage from a very far distance, especially Iggy.
Yes, the Azenka hovered again. Apparently it brings luck to you. We've seen it in AWC as well, that they hover Azenka just to ask for some luck from the gods. We don't know.
Some super special move here from Team Hengez got here. Hopefully that gonna be a very fun fact for you guys. But yeah,
Usually it's Toro and AMK getting hovered for good luck, as they say.
absolutely. But now we're gonna have Mina lock in. And after that, gonna go with the second banning phase, starting with Team Hengez Scott here. Apira is gonna be banned. It's gonna be hover, not locked in yet as the first ban for the second banning phase. Or it could be another support instead.
They're opting to ban our support since they already picked up Mina, probably in the support role in this case. I would say Mina
Absolutely.
support and Ivory Slayer lane, they're willing to hide the jungle then. And the Teamy gets banned out.
Oh, the Teamy. The one that gives you a very huge amount of gold. I can see the gold hack for the team who has Teamy, 25% of gold, plus the alchemy is just too much to handle. And the Teamy also has his ultimate that can revive the one friendly ally too. That's gonna be a very big problem too if not handled well. So Teamy is gonna be banned here.
Yes, Bio Bro is annoying to say the least, but Teamy only has a 50% win rate on the playoff rounds in this tournament, so this is gonna be really interesting. And the Crack banned out as well. Whoa.
We have to mention that Colt Never Lucky. He's a very good Grag player. His Grag playing style is being very destructive, as we have seen in the very early rounds of the tournament.
Yes,
His
and
his S2 is always accurate, always hooked to the very important target like an ADC or the mid lane. So no wonder why Grag is banned here.
another fun fact is the fact that Crack still has a 100% win rate here in the playoffs, in the semis and in the semifinals. Basically,
Absolutely destructive.
invincible.
Oh, Slim, let me pick up here.
If they pick up Slims, they have a very late game comp. They're opting to not choose tier 1 ADCs here, probably to save them for later games, since they already picked up three very strong heroes in Ivy, Iggy, and Mina.
Absolutely.
They're opting for Nakrov here. They're going to reveal the jungle early. And the Nazenka getting hovered on the other side as well.
Absolutely. So many super special move here for both teams.
Yes,
The first match.
superstition to say the least. It'd be really funny if we actually see this Azenka being run as a support. No, they're opting for Lumberg. About them.
I mean, Hazuka as a support is not too bad. But yeah, since his S3 can push the enemies back, not too bad.
Yes, but I think they're still going to go for a safe pick on the tank here. And it's
Yeah,
looking like
fine.
they want a tower dive here with Volkov and Baldoom. Why not? I would have went Omega in this position to really put the pressure on the tower dive.
The bottom is good for both tower dive and tower defending. I can see that bottom for tower dive is not too bad too. With its ultimate connect to many of the enemies, the team can tower dive fairly easy.
Yes, the Baldoom doing the disrupt. I think Baldoom is better with the flicker, so holding the disrupt
Absolutely.
kind of hinders his power a bit. But and a Brohilda picked up here. A very very late ADC here getting picked up by Team Hengez' god. Hengez' god.
I think they want to balance out the late and early place of the game too, since they have Nakrov, one of the strongest early game heroes in this game yet as a jungler. But then they're gonna have Mina, Ari, and Brunilda too as late game heroes to balance out that.
Yes.
Meanwhile, for Team AMK, we're gonna have Raz, Kathleen, Bowden, Volkov, Yana. Arguably, a very fair composition too, coming from Team AMK. They have the damage, they have the tank, they have a diving factor, they have the assassination factor. Yeah, they have everything. Both team composition, I think that they're gonna play very well.
Yes. I think AMK has the most secure team position the team composition with the most room for error here. But I doubt we're going to see many errors in this game. And the Brotherhood opting out from the alchemy and going for the endless cycle here. Quite strange. But they do have alchemy on both Irie and Iggy, so their gold is going to be quite good in the early game. And Volkov going for explosive shield, which means he's going to be mainly a very tanky version of Volkov here.
And on to a very early action of the game. Let's see if any jungle invasion coming on here. I think both teams going to be capable of doing that, but I think playing safe is going to be a better choice for both of the teams.
I personally think with the Mina and the Iggy, you can really do a good invade. But for the first match of the finals, I doubt we are all going to see the invade this early on.
Both teams going to have to play safe first. They don't want to make some mistake from the very early stage of the match.
Yes.
You can see that
and
the 3-man rotation is going
opting
together.
for the Slayer side first. And ending up at Dragon lane, which means they're both gonna be hitting Dragon basically. They're going to look for a team fight.
A very good hook from Mina, taking in 3 players, but they don't have just enough damage yet. IMCO is being very low health, is being shut down, and Colt Never Lucky has to be aware too. That hook from Mina was so beautiful, it shut down 1 member out of 3 people being hooked in. Another hook coming from Colt Never Lucky. The Slayer, the jungler is being very low health, he has to be down too. After just finishing his jungler cycle, he's just being taken down.
Yes, so we could see a very slight advantage, a 700 gold advantage coming out from Team Hengez God. This Mina is going to be a thorn in their side for sure. And here Iggy tries to pop out Baldum. He's very low, he has to go back. And
Nakov jumping in,
killed
doing some damage, and he was able to shut down that Baldum. But now Volkov with his ultimate on trying to do something, but they all choose to retreat instead of fighting. Now Volkov down on his horse. He has to be careful here. He chooses to retreat, but no. Nakov, very low health. He don't want to play with his life that bad.
Well, yes, but it's a Nakov, so he's very slippery. He will get away there.
We have seen that Slither. He has picked so many Nakov. I think Nakov is one of his main jungler here in the previous rounds of the tournament.
Coming out here, advantage now coming really heavily for Team Hengez has got this early in the game. The rotation is really fast compared to Team AMK here.
Yeah, they move together, they move as a team, and they move very, very quick. You can see that the early games has given them so many advantages there. Taking down 3 members of the team, of the opponents,
Yes, but the dev side there missed the Caffeine. Dina here has to clear mid with sharing some golden experience with the rest. Dina here will choosing to take down. It's gonna be a 5-on-5 here.
Absolutely. And the ultimate from Baldwin does not connect to anyone, but still, he was able to hook off 1 member, but Bernuna was able to flicker away that easily. But no, Yenna, on the other hand, was being cast alone by Nakov. And with the ultimate on, Volkov was able to die in combat, but he was not able to hook up any target just yet.
A 4v5 here. Irie going in.
Ultimate doing very much damage here. Slither want to finish the job, but he was stunned and locked in by the tower. He has to put in his Arctic Ops to survive that.
Yes. Overextension by Mina here?
Yeah, absolutely. He has no teammate there to help her.
Yes. Now it seems that both teams just want to reset, which is wise. The gold lead has now extended to over 1,000 gold here. A solo kill on Yina though, on the Brahilda.
Absolutely, they have to be more careful about that. Now we can see a lane swap is coming on here. Colt Never Lucky going to Slayer. No, Colt Never Lucky was always in Slayer.
No, Cole never
Yeah.
left. No, he's the support. They did
Yeah,
swap.
but now yeah. They swap the lane just here.
Yes.
And we have a Yana going off against an ADC in the Dragon lane.
Now we can see the team AMK is starting to choose to rotate as a 4-man as well, trying to basically catch out the 4-man from the other team. Yuna here in
All the Slayer lane is being captured. Ai and Yana both are being ganked by the opponents, but they have they were capable of retreating just in time.
objective trade here. Dragon going through to team Hengez's God, while Spirit Sentinel is going to team AMK. A fight coming. Great ultimate by
The
Baldo.
ultimate
People.
who can free people, and now Volkov is jumping in. He has his ultimate, but he hasn't used it yet. Very good damage coming from that ultimate coming from Iggy, and now team AMK has to retreat.
Yes. This Irie is putting quite a bit of pressure on this tower. Caffeine has to go and clear here. The tower will lose a bit of health here. We could
About
see.
1/6 of health, not much.
Yes, we could see that Slider here is moving really fairly quickly. This Caffeine has to be careful, and she goes down. Oh.
Yeah, she overestimated herself. She hasn't seen it coming that Nakrov and Iggy is both coming in to help that Irie.
Let's look at equipment. Caffeine opting for the first item on Blitzblade. On the other side, ADC.
Very good hook from Mina, but she was able to flicker away. Just, ready. And now the ultimate about Bottom shutting down Nakrov very, very quickly, as his teammates were there on time to stun him and not let him get away.
Yes. I would say that even though the gold lead is 1,000 gold, both teams still have a very good chance in this match. The Yina,
Absolutely.
the Caffeine is very well farmed up on the team AMK, and on the other side, Nakrov, Ivy, and Iggy are very, very well farmed up here. We could see the slight problem of probably Brahilda not using alchemy is now a bit behind on gold.
Yeah, I think that alchemy on ADC is more necessary than other position here in this meta.
Yes.
Oh, the red? Is the red belt being taken by Nakrov? Yes, it is. And now Mina was able to book an absolute ultimate, but bottom is missed. But none of his teammates were there, so Mina gonna retreat and not make any mistakes she had in the first part of the game. So the 4-man rotation is taking down the Dragon very, very quick. Now Aerie continuously putting pressure on that Slayer lane tower.
Yes, well, the problem with the Irie here is Yuna is swapping lanes, does a lot of damage and catches out the Irie.
Irie just evaporated in just 1 second, and now Yena the same after being ganked by three people from Team Hengez God.
Brahilda here gets caught as well.
Absolutely, they have to be careful about their position on the map.
Yes. And I think this Brahilda is going to need a lot of time before she can actually do a lot of damage.
We can see that Nakrov, after taking Raz, he was being chased off by Volkov too. But here in the Slayer lane, yeah, Mina was able to take down at bottom with his with the true damage, but still, they dive too deep in the tower, and Volkov and Yena were there to catch them.
Overall, that was a great movement by Team Hengez God. They got the tower, they got 2 kills.
Yeah, that's very
The
good
red
trade for
buff
Team
here.
Hengez God.
And
And
they
Volkov is also being taken off.
So here, Iris is putting a lot more pressure on the tower once more. This Yina being on the defensive, and
Oh, Nakrov jumping in, one shot that Raz.
yeah.
Yeah, he has that critical damage coming from his equipment.
Yes, coming from the Cleveland Santi. This Necroft is very fed right now. He has 8.3k gold, the most on the map by far.
Absolutely.
Player does go down as well.
Ooh, we might see a combat. I think the next target should be a tower, not another combat here. Already being chased by two members. She was on very low health. She has to flicker away, but still now that Volcap and Caffeine was being chased, but that damage coming from Volcap and Caffeine was too much. And then taking down two members of Team Hengez got. The third member is Mina. She has no damage from her teammate, any help. And now she has to be down to the only surviving member of Team Hengez got after that combat is going to be Ayu.
Ivory got caught. She escaped. Her whole team tried to help her, but then they got caught, and then they all failed.
Absolutely. Now, Ivory coming in, trying to do something, maybe catch ADC, but that's going to be too much for him to do so.
And that's
after that combat, Team AMK is taking over the control in this game.
Yes. What a crucial mistake there coming out from Team Hengez God. They had basically they had a huge advantage with the Dark Slayer there, but they somehow swambled it by getting caught, a member getting caught, and then trying to help them and failing.
Yeah, we can see how dangerous that ultimate by Bottom was in that combat. Just one ultimate that turns the game completely around.
Yes. The other thing is, I don't think this Brahilda has any actual damage yet. She did put down her cannon. They were all in it, and yet she did no actual damage to them, which is really bad.
Absolutely. I think that was the alchemy, as we said before. She has so little gold compared to her companions.
She only has slightly more gold than her support here. She has
that's gonna be a mistake,
and that's about it. That's really bad coming out from her.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake from Team Hengez got letting Peruna not having that alchemy. Yes. Oh, but after that, that massive damage coming from that Diana, but still, she was being taken off by 5 members of Team Hengez got.
Yes, now the tides are turning once more back to the favor of Hengez God.
Yeah, but now they can't push power.
Yes, Slider looking to go in there, but no. Baldum gets caught by Death Side though, but catch the Iggy back.
Mina has to go in there to protect his teammate. Now Cross 2 was being poked out by the Captain. Too much damage coming from Captain.
The
Iris being able to give him down one tower.
Gets this tower. The 3 waves are fairly well pushed now. They have to be very careful here, not to lose too many towers. They need to probably give this mid tower, yeah.
Oh, comeback coming in. Yana doing so much damage, but his teammate was not there to cover him that quick. And now they were not able to wipe out the whole team. And the only member they were taking down was Mina. But the trade for the support for that high ground tower is going to be a fair trade for Team Hengez got there.
I would agree, but I think their ADC needs a bit more time, and the caffeine is full build now basically. 11.5k, you're basically full build. Yes, she just finished her Muramasa. So now she can start hyper carrying this game, and the Brahilda still only on 8k is gonna be quite difficult to have an answer for that.
Team AMK opting to go with a Dark Slayer here.
Yes.
They spotted Nakov, but Nakov was not able to do anything because the damage coming from Caffeine is too much for him to just come in and die for the Slayer.
Yes, this split push from Iris could be very annoying here. So Dina does go back and start clearing the wave here. Are we going to see a Iris getting caught again? That's what.
Yeah, I think Iris gonna have to be careful about that since the whole team's choose to retreat, and her teammates should be able to aware of that.
Yes, and the 15-minute mark is ringing. It's coming soon, and then there's going to be another big objective. The Enrage Abyss.
You see that damage coming from Caffeine? Nakov was almost being shut down.
Yes, the Caffeine's post shot right now deals about 3.5k damage. Yeah, around that amount.
Massive damage coming from the ADC. that's the only thing that was helping Team AMK being still in this game. Yena coming in, Volcap coming in, trying to do some damage, but the support Mina was able to negate that damage out.
Yes, as we predicted earlier, that this Volcap is basically playing as a semi-tank. When we saw the explosive shield, we opted to say that this Volcap is probably going to be tanking quite a bit, and it rings true when he has Shield of the Lost and Medallion of Troll. And Rage Abyssal Dragon going there straight away on Team Hengez' God side. And Dark Blessing.
Brunhilde's gonna be, Brunhilde's gonna take the Dark Blessing.
Yena getting caught in. This is bad. This might be GG if they don't try to catch out 1-1, but with both Dark Blessing and 5v4, this could be GG. And
Ari coming in, caught down that
Anthony gets shut down, and yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be a GG. They have no damage to defend this wave. And Volcap alone is not good enough for them to defend against 5 members of Team Hengez God. As you said early on, that's really
they're defending quite well here. If they can clear the creeps, they have the chance, but no, it's going to be GG.
Absolutely destruction. Like, as we mentioned before, that Caffeine, he's the only reason why Team AMK is still in that match. But the support were not able to protect that ADC, who were the only one who were able to clear that Minions lane at quick. So Team AMK has to pay for that.
Well, yes, and the problem with that Caffeine there, it's even though he has a Baldoom and the Volcap playing basically support for him, they are attacking style supports, but the Team AMK was pushed back the whole game there. You could see the items coming out from Volcap. He still hasn't finished his item. Basically, on the Team AMK, only Caffeine and Yena seems to have hit full build. On the other side, though, basically everyone apart from the support and the ADC has hit full build. And I think the mage from Team Hengez' God was definitely doing the most damage there, 36.6%.
36.6%. Yes, that's so many damage coming from the poking from his S1 and the finishing from his S3. Very far range poking.
Yes. On the other side, as we predicted, the Cafe did a good job carrying there, but not good enough, as we say.
I think that Cold Never Lucky has to, choose the target to prioritize his ultimate rather than that last combat, because one ultimate can make some huge major changes in the team fight, and he was not able to do that in the last combat, so his ADC has to pay the price for his mistake. Yes. And also his other teammates too. That leads them to the first loss of the BO7.
Yes. Well, we've seen Irie basically not doing much the whole game until that moment where she just catched the ADC. She was split pushing all game.
Absolutely.
But at the end,
still, she was being very effective though.
Yes, she's effective, but in terms of team fight, she didn't do much all game until that final fight. Overall, great performance coming out of Hengez God. And now back to the drawing table for Team AMK. They are going to look to bounce back and get a win to equalize here. We will be right back with the next match.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Alright, welcome back to the second match of the BO7 today between Team AMK and Team Hengez. For the first match, we're gonna have a clear victory for Team Hengez here, and now they're in the blue side of this tournament. I mean, of this match.
Yes, and so far we've seen red side having a very high win rate compared to blue side on this tournament. Really interesting now. Let's hope that AMK can have a comeback here to show us a very good BO7 here.
Absolutely. Now, the first bans coming from this match can be targeted toward the ADC. Both Hayate and Caffeine is being banned from both teams here.
Well, they already played the Caffeine, so they banned it. It makes a lot of sense. On the other side, they banned the Irie, which they also already played. And they're looking to ban Annette over Zip. Zip has a horrendous win rate in the playoffs, only 25%. And now we opt to see a Florentino into the first pick.
Yeah, and another to mention that they're gonna have to release a Florentino along with a Zip too. And the opponent can only choose one, and now we might see a Zip coming on here. To be honest, the support play style of Colt Never Lucky is a very that ambushing support like Greg, like Bottom. I mean, the Zip is gonna be meh for him.
No, Zip, you can roll your teammates in as a ganking, attacking Zip and not a defensive Zip.
Yeah, but we haven't seen so much luck coming out from that Zip coming from Team AMK. But still, no one has picked up that Zip yet. And if they lock in that Arim, Team Hengez may be able to pick up that Zip for the next picking phase.
And yes, they're forcing the Zip here. That's what they are doing. They're forcing their Team Hengez to play Zip because Arim's ultimate can only be stopped by the second skill from Zip.
Very interesting. And now Zip and Yorn is both being locked in. Yorn as an ADC.
Yorn, we don't doubt the power of Yorn. He's one of the hardest hitting ADCs. But positioning and basically, he's very easy to catch.
He's not so good with that. Very, very easy to catch that Yorn.
If we see this,
with that, they're gonna choose to pick a Joker to counter all that hard-doing damage from the Yorn with his S2. And now Team Hengez gonna have to pick an AP damage assassin to catch out with that Joker.
Yes, but Kira's open. Are they going to ban Kira here? Maybe they will.
They have to, I think.
Darcy, Payne, Zil, the four main AP junglers. You could throw Valheim into the mix as an AP jungler as well.
Oh, Valheim is a jungler. We haven't seen that for so long.
Yes, but for some reason, some high-level players still opt to go for that Valheim AP jungle. Apparently, it's still quite good.
Yeah, that early game Valheim is so annoying, especially when you gank the Dragon Lane. Imagine the Dragon Lane being pushed by two ADC, one of them being Valheim. That's going to be very hard to handle with. On to the second betting phase. Yeah, as we predicted earlier on, Kira is being locked in.
Yes, and are we going to see Darcy? Darcy's the safer pick when it comes to AP junglers. Are we going to see Osgood might get banned out as well?
Oh yeah, we haven't mentioned Scud earlier on. Scud being very tanky and the damage coming from his S2 is being massive too.
Yeah. Surprising, since this Yorn is not the Yorn that's going to be coming on the next patch. So this Yorn still has his old S1 and S2 and S3.
Absolutely. Now I think they're gonna have to ban now the last one is gonna be toward Liliana.
That's surprising. There's still a lot of good mages. Banning out Liliana probably because of her high burst damage. Liliana is one of the only mages that can basically burst you before you can get into Zip.
Turn to pick.
Well, yeah, with his S1, S2, the damage coming from Liliana is very quick and very high too. In the early game, the damage, I don't think that many mages can do that much damage in the early game compared to Liliana with, just S1, S2, it only takes you like 0.5 seconds to do all that damage. But still, that's being very efficient.
Are they looking to play? They're looking for a jungler or a Slayer laner and putting Lubu, maybe putting Flow into it. And yes, the Scud gets hovered as well. This is probably going to be the jungler if it's Arrow. Sinestra as well.
Yeah, a lot of assassins are being hovered here. We haven't seen the final choice yet.
Enzo is iffy. And Lubu gets locked in. I'm not sure if it's a Florentino jungle or Lubu jungle just yet. We have to find out soon. On the other side, if they lock in this Wonder Woman, she's going to be jungle or maybe Chi jungle. Both sides are basically playing mind games with each other here, not knowing which one is going to be the real jungler.
Okay, as I predict, Lubu and Wonder Woman is gonna be the jungler. That was just my prediction, but yeah.
That seems like the most probable. But I would love to see a Chi versus Florentino jungle.
That's gonna be quite interesting. Especially when you have Slither, a very, assassin's favorite jungler. And we have, who's the jungler for the opponent? Still, right?
Slider is the jungler for Team Hengez, and it seems yes, Lubu versus Wonder Woman here. As the two junglers get locked in. Lulu is opting to jungle this game. Usually, last game we saw Slider.
I think Slaughter is gonna be the jungler because they're just switching out, so the one who actually have the hero can switch.
Yes, they're basically just playing mind games there. So it's a Chi versus Florentino fight. It's one of the most common fight we see when a Florentino gets picked. A Chi gets counterpicked straight away. And it is that.
Hopefully, we're gonna see that Florentino, rotating around just to the dragon lane, to the mid lane, not fighting too much with Chi in the Slayer lane. Being Slayer and fighting is not the meta anymore. The good Slayer lane now has to be the one who rotate with the jungler and with his mage to gank the other lanes too. And with Florentino, he can do a lot of that with, especially.
I would say you would
with his
still,
ultimate.
if you're the Chi, you would still force fights.
Yeah, that's the obvious thing. You have to force a fight in order to stop that opponent from getting around, getting vision, getting fights. You have to force him to stay in one lane.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of the sprint this time on Florentino. That's what you would usually do, but against a Chi, Florentino usually opt for the Purify.
Yeah, absolutely. So Florentino on the sprint is not going to be for the Chi, it's going to be for his teammates more. Oh, we can see some early invasion coming from. No, there's no invasion, just going to get some vision.
Yes, a bit of poking coming from Yorn and Raz there, though. It's this clump up 4-man here is probably going to try and clear the wave. A Schleider gets cleared the wave quicker, but goes down really low.
Yeah, his health is going to be very low. He has to, at least recall once before his gank on the Slayer lane. On the dragon lane.
He can choose to get level 4, use the ultimate on one of the creeps, get 4 health, and then just play out another jungle here.
I don't think that's going to be ideal for him because, you have Wonder Woman, Joker, Arm's going to be there to compete for the dragon. And you need the ultimate to fight in an early game.
The dragon doesn't give much gold or experience, so Honestly, you could just give the dragon away and then just reset for the next jungle clear. Here she's going basically half health here, going in. It means only early ultimate has to come out from Slider here. Getting poked out. Yes, the early ultimate comes in. And Zip has to save it.
Tucking in his teammate
First blood
to protect them. Further on now, Raz taking one to one-on-one with Cold Pleasure, but he has no chance. And I'm still the Joker is being poked down, a lot of damage. He has to retreat as well. But still, he has his S1. He missed that Lubu. Almost the ultimate of Yorn does connect to that Joker, and he has to go down.
Yes, that was a great play by Yorn. A good ultimate with the combo with his passive gets it the kill. Flo here invading, trying to dance, but has to get out though. He did get the Spirit Sentinel though, this Fluent, you know.
They do have Raz to help him out if he gets into any trouble at all, but he was able to get out with that sprint. Now we're gonna see that Yorn, so much damage on the tower coming from his passive.
Yes, the true damage on the tower from Yorn is extreme. Especially with the minions there. The tower basically goes down to basically 1/4 of its health. Oh. We could really see the Yorn and the Raz poking extremely hard here. I'm quite surprised that we see a Madra this game. I was expecting a more assassin type mid player coming out. The Liliana dead banned out, but Zata is still there.
The tower is only on 800 health, and I think there's no way they can defend this tower.
No.
They should opt it to play safe instead.
Couple more passive shots from Yorn and this tower will go down. The dragon though goes down to Team Hengez as well.
Absolutely now.
And a solo kill basically, not really solo, but coming out on the Chi.
The ultimate, but Aram does connect to that Raz, and Raz has to go down. And Slither too, he was being chased by 4 members, but now a stun was able to get him escaping very quickly.
They want to go back and fight him, and they get the arrow as well. Zip
Wonder Woman is being chased by both Lubu and Zip too, but you know, Wonder Woman, you cannot underestimate his damage. But still, Yorn was able to go in and help with the damage, and Wonder Woman has to be shut down. And Joker too. His S2 was not enough to negate all that damage coming from Yorn and Zip.
This Flo and Lubu are going to invade the red buff on top of that. They want to snowball this game as quickly as possible. We see that Lubu here it's one of the most picked and one of those high win rate heroes here in this tournament.
Absolutely a very versatile jungle with damage, with tank, with endurance. The win rate is very, explainable for all his traits. Now we can see some poking coming in,
and I'm quite
not too much coming from the team fight here, coming from Hengez Scott after that.
Yes, and Zip gets the blue buff and is gonna give it to. He's gonna take it himself.
Ooh, Joker now rotating to the Slayer lane. That lane swap here. Yeah, Wonder Woman somehow know that he knows that that Fortuna was in the boost.
Well, Joker did.
Lasso connects perfectly.
Joker did connect the rocket just before, so that's not surprising.
Absolutely, now mid lane towers being taken down by Yorn. That's 2 towers already.
I think getting his passive up for another passive shot.
You can see that the high immobile AC, but with the protection of Zip, no one can touch that Yorn.
Yes.
Just yet.
And this Raz is also doing a very good job protecting.
Oh, the flicker ultimate by that Aram was not able to connect to Yorn, but connects to the other one instead, to Raz instead. And now his team has to pay the price for that. Lubu should begin doing some damage, shutting down that Aram. Now Cold Pleasure with his ultimate was able to escape, but the inner tower was going down too.
A 7k goal lead in this 6-minute mark, and they're looking for a tier 3 tower as well with the Zip. But Lubu does go down though, so this might slow the pace just a slight bit. This Yorn is probably still going to look to take down this tower though.
Absolutely.
And he does.
He
Now
does,
they
yeah.
back off. It's a 5v3 here. Zip gets caught. Yon and Raz can get away there though. On the
Yeah, he
other
was too greedy about that minions. He wanted to suck in that minions, but that was too late. Oh, the ultimate does connect to.
All gets used. And Flo's dances. He's still dancing, and he gets away.
Yeah,
Raz
he got one player from the opponents, and he got away too. We can see an outplay coming from Florentino in that situation there.
Yes, well, the damage coming in after the Aram ultimate just wasn't enough to cut it. Now this is an extremely big advantage for Team Hengez got here. And
They were able to take.
Seiya.
They were able to take down 5 towers while their opponents has taken down none of the towers just yet. Now they have the full capability of taking down that Slayer. Maybe pushing one of the front lanes first before ending this game.
Yes, and
No, it was at least in just the middle of the map.
This Yon actually checking the bush with his passive, rolling in, coming out from Zip there. This is going to be.
Members, they want to end this game so quick. They shut down at Arium, Wonder Woman with the ultimate does connect to 5 people, but that does not matter anymore because the tanking it coming from that Lubu, coming from that Florentino was able to take down so much health from the opponents and the tower too. But now they do have to retreat because they have no minions left.
Yes, and we can see this Yon actually hurts a lot.
Absolutely. Now they do want to end the game once again. But still, the damage coming from the opponents is not something to underestimate.
This is a bit
And now they are being pushed back by the opponents here. I am still. Oh my god, that damage from Yorn! What is that damage? Come on! Come on!
That's the
What an
problem.
outplay by Yorn. And now they're gonna have this game for the victory for the second matchup today. Well played to Team Hengez got.
Yes, AMK opted out of an assassin, a true assassin there, and that's gonna be a huge problem because usually you would take an assassin to go against a Yon.
Even if they have an assassin, the Zip is playing too well. He was always with the ADC no matter what.
I would love to see the damage on this Yon.
Yeah, we need to see the damage coming from Yorn. There's too much damage coming from both the tower and the people.
Oh, he opted to go for both Slicks and Blitzblade here. And 31% damage on this Yon for sure. Raz actually doing a lot of damage. Yon 31% damage on heroes, but he probably took down 5 towers on his own.
Absolutely. That's too much for his opponents to handle, and they're gonna have to, lose the first match. They try to force their opponents to pick a Zip, and to respond with that, they're gonna pick a Zip with a very high damage ADC. That's a very destructive combo by their opponents, by Team Hengez got there. Very, very smart choice.
Yes, and overall, I would say that the Ben pick phase here, I think personally that the AMK basically mispicked quite a bit here. They wanted to counter pick, but the last pick on Wonder Woman just didn't really make sense.
I think they're gonna need an assassin to, try. Yeah, as you said early on, they're gonna have an assassin no matter what to try, at least to try to cash out at Yorn. But they don't have anyone who are capable of doing that.
If they wanted to run the Wonder Woman, they should have ran a Zata mid. Zata to just basically target the Yorn.
Yeah, and then Marsha is just to, mild to do all the assassin work required to catch up Yorn.
I think
because Marsha, she has no capability of, assassinating an ADC just quickly as another assassin, like Zata or Pain or anything like that.
The Moira pick is probably because of the Joker pick. because they needed the extra damage coming out from the damage from the Marja over time. Because Joker is not a good late game ADC, so they needed some a hero that could provide good damage output. That's why the Marja was picked up there, but like honestly, that ended up giving Yon too much space to play.
Yeah, they calculated about the late game, but they haven't worried about the early game yet. And that early game advantages give the Yorn the time to grow, the time to get all the damage he needed to take down the towers and the opponents. And
Well,
that proves to be a very big mistake for Team AMK to do.
well, they did feed the Yon 2 kills to the first fight, so they should have known he was going to snowball.
Yeah. Been picked yet. We haven't seen a Hayate yet. We have not seen a Arrow yet, as well as Liliana, as well as Zata. There's too much options left for both teams to play. And now Team AMK has to be more, productive. They have to fight as a team more. Because one more mistake and they're gonna be in great danger of being eliminated in the final.
Yes, but right now they need to basically sort out their issues, get these games out of their head, and then just like basically start from new, basically. Because right now with the 2-0 loss weighing on them, if they're not careful, it's got to be a mental trigger for them to basically lose it completely.
Absolutely. Hengez got one of the best thing that they did so far is like snowballing at the very early phase of the game. You give them some small advantage and they're gonna make that huge, and you're gonna have to pay to that. They were able to capitalize on the opponent's smallest mistake and turning that to a snowball and eventually end that game very quick.
Overall, I would say this is not going to be an easy road for Team AMK here. I'm still hoping for them to make a comeback, because you always hope for the underdog.
Absolutely. Now, on to the third matchup today. The score is 2-0 for Team Hengez got here. We will be back for the third match soon, so hang tight.
Yes.
Turn to ban.
Welcome everyone back to the third match of today,
Turn to ban.
and that's gonna be Team AMK. They're gonna be on the red side again. Oh, I mean on the blue side again. My bad.
Yes, and Team Hengez got with a 2-0 lead on the red side here.
And as we mentioned earlier on,
Turn to ban.
Team AMK is gonna have to, be aware of the ban pick now. I think that Team AMK they're gonna have to pick some more early game heroes to counter that, advantages that they left for the opponents in the early game phase.
I actually think Team AMK just needs to play their own game plan. They've been trying to counter the other team, but doesn't seem to be working out for them. You have
Absolutely.
to know how to play counter to counter, not just pick counter heroes. On that note, they should just play with their own game plan since they're on the blue team now. Pull out what they're best at and hope for the best. Something as solid as a pick right now would be this Hayate here, the hyper carry coming out straight away. And to
Yeah, we
match
haven't seen.
it, we see this phone getting locked up as well.
Horn and Hayate. Yes, two very odd meta pick for ADC here.
Not just on meta, probably the two strongest, hardest hitting heroes here when it comes to hitting tanks.
As for the Team Hengez, they opted to pick a Volcap. I think that Volcap in the hand of Slither gonna be more interesting. It's gonna be a more, diving, assassinating Volcap we can see.
No, Volcap is playing jungle this game. I actually think Volcap is probably going to be a Slayer lane this game, or even a support.
Slayer lane.
Yeah, I don't actually see Volcap being the jungler this game. Not against a Hayate.
Not against a Hayate.
Red team's turn.
Okay. And as you mentioned before, Greg is being locked in. Yes, Team AMK, they're going to bring the best cards possible for this game here.
And so is the Kira. Or they're opting for something else.
They're gonna have to be careful about that Greg, because Greg in the hand of Cold Never Lucky is something you cannot underestimate.
Yes. Cold Pleasure, Cold Never Lucky. And here we see the Harvard on the Kira, but he's not getting picked up yet. Kira is not very effective against Hayate though. He can probably just see where you are and just escape before you basically combo him. On the other hand, the Kira is very effective against that Vera though.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't underestimate Slither for his, assassinating traits. He always had an eye for the target, and no matter if it's Hayate or not, if they don't play careful, they're gonna, beat him in the first blood and eventually get snowballed to the end of the game.
Yes, and this is another early game snowball hero, this Kira is. On the other side, we see Lorion getting banned with Ivory getting banned there. And Butterfly also getting
To
banned.
ban.
Are they going to ban?
Ban.
I don't think they should, because Kira means that they can basically play anything in the mid lane now.
Absolutely, I think they should just go ban for the tactical ban, not just more meta bans here, because as you mentioned before, their mid lane for Team Hengez got to be flexible.
And yes,
Yeah,
they look,
Malok ban is more suitable for this situation right now, since it's more tactical, more practical than another mage ban.
and Varus get locked up here.
Blue team's turn to pick.
Very, very quickly.
It's the most
Yeah.
like hero. Varus mid. Shug lane clear is basically extremely quick. And Varus is a very, very strong hero in this meta. I think a bit too strong, slightly strong in this meta. And Scud.
Oh, yeah, they bring on the A game here. Good. Greg, Hayate, and Arrow too.
Oh my
They
god.
don't want to give out any free points to Team Hengez got anymore.
AMK here probably looking for Arrow jungle, Scud mid? Or one of them in Slayer lane?
No, we have Vera for mid lane already.
Yes, that's quite odd. Or we might see that combo of crack mid with Vera support.
That happened before. We have seen a Vera support before.
I would love
In the
to.
very early, group stage, we have seen a very support from Team Monarchy.
We have actually seen Crack Mid and Vera support in the AWC. But it's looking like
Absolutely.
Scud is going to go jungle with Arrow in the solo lane. I don't
Yeah.
like the fact that they're wasting both Arrow and Scud this game, but since their back is against the wall, I get why they're doing it.
Yeah, they don't have any more option about it anymore. They're gonna have to win this game, or else they're gonna be, mentally shaken, as mentioned before,
Yes.
because their opponents is playing mind games with them here. They're putting pressure into their shoulders now. Because one more victory for Team Hengez got, and they're gonna be very excited. They're gonna be very,
10 seconds
Well,
remaining.
they
honestly,
have the mentality of winning. And Team AMK don't want to see that.
yes, well, the Arrow overall is still a solid Slayer laner, but I would have preferred probably a Superman or something like that in the Slayer lane this game.
Oh, we see that both ADCs are going to have the alchemy here now. Not that mistake from Team Hengez got us earlier on games, as they have Brunilda with no alchemy. That was a disaster.
Well, they still won the game, but yes, it was a disaster. I actually think they didn't plan on picking Brohilda at all, and that's why they didn't have an alchemy set ready for that Brohilda there.
Absolutely.
We see
Now,
a stack pause coming from that Volcav and the Varus, yeah. So, yes, it's a Volcav support. As I mentioned,
yeah.
the ability of having that with Varus and with Chi, this is going to be an extreme dive composition. Surprising that the Volcav didn't opt for the disrupt over the sprint there.
Volcap. Well, the disrupt. Yeah, I still think that sprint is gonna be best for Volcap.
I think honestly the disrupt's better since when he's on his horse he's already quick enough.
How about getting quicker? Just so yeah, very good hook from team from Greg.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be a first blood for Hayate. You never underestimate that Greg.
now I'm gonna say this right now. This phone, if he's not careful, he's gonna be caught out all game.
Absolutely. That combo S2 from Vera and that hook from Greg is so deadly.
Yes, and other than the fact that they have three frontliners here coming out with the Chi, the Volcav, and the Varus, which means the phone is gonna be alone in the back line. Maybe with the Chi and the Kira if he's lucky.
Oh, some early tower dodge coming from the team here. But they don't take down that much damage from the tower. Kira should be in trying to do some damage, but they were able to retreat quickly.
Kira going back.
Flicker? Yeah, that's going to be a flicker from Vera here. But however, they were not able to escape that next one. Because, that diving factor from Volcav and shocking damage from Kira was too much for them to handle. And Colt Never Lucky was being shut down.
Yes. Well, let's see. Chi is positioning himself here just to probably pop up a gank.
Slither being catched by that arrow, but both of them, Varus and Slither, was able to shut down that arrow very quickly.
Yes. Invade there coming out as well from Team Hengez God. Getting the blue buff from the Scud. That doesn't really need the blue buff. It's extra gold and extra experience.
Ultimate by Porn cleaning out the minions fairly quickly. A Greg Wood Hook does not connect to anybody, and Volcap is being targeted by Scud.
And we actually see this Scud being slightly behind, but still putting out quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, he's Scud. Scud is OP.
I don't know about that. He will.
Some targeted.
Let's just say Scud isn't that strong against Fawn though. Honestly, Scud is not strong against Fawn, nor is he strong against Hayate.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna have a 3-man rotation here, 4-man rotation on that dragon position here. Maybe they're catching out for a Scud in the jungle. If he's not being careful, literally coming in to lure that Scud out. But no, but that does not work. And now the hook from Greg does not connect again, and they have to pay for that. But diving from Ash is too much, and Cold Pleasure has to be back. But still, Slider coming in, trying to do some damage, but Cold Pleasure already flicker away. No, she doesn't flicker away, but just she was able to get away. Oh, the Bone Shiver does connect here, but they don't have the ability to fight just yet.
And another invade coming in here. Though this time
Lumio so less HP and she has to go down. Bone Shiver connects to 3 to 2 people, but the damage being dealt by Kira is being too much for him to handle.
But now the Scud opting to get this Kira down. Kira trying to
Soul Sweat, but he flickered to fix his Soul Sweat. Now Kira's being under danger, but she was there to help too. The Archie off was being turned on, Slitter was so less health, and Mira was being able to flicker there to finish him off. Also with the ultimate trying to get some kills to negate that loss in combat.
Oh,
He was not able to do so.
Kira survived there. She S2 to basically dodge out the ultimate from Vera there.
Oh, he did? Very interesting. Well played.
And this
Very
looks
interesting.
like a repeat from the last game.
Oh, some more assassination coming in. Brax again being targeted. Now
Ultimate.
that's a mistake.
Destruction from the Hayate!
Yeah. Targeting a Grak is not the best choice anymore. The ultimate like Grak connects to 4 people. And Hayate with the ultimate just shut down all the members from Team Hengez got.
Yes, though the arrow does get trade out though because of the basically they try to catch the arrow with the Chi and the Kira and they did. But look at this Hayate. She's starting to really get farmed up and becoming quite strong here now. Dodged it
You
up
can
to
see that. Yeah, Kurumi with his damage, he was able to, get so deep in the jungle, but not now. They have 3-man ganking coming on here. But Lumio was being there to protect her, but that Bone Shiver does connect. And the Execute Q was able to shut down that Chi. And also that Varus too, for overextending.
This is bad. After the Kunai Blitz there, the lead that they once had from Hengez God is basically gone. And it seems like the morale is actually coming back as well from Team AMK. Now I'm really hoping for a great match. And as we said before, the Fawn that does so much damage, even to the Scud there.
Yeah, Thorn was able to have his time to grow. I don't see any much action going on with Thorn. I don't see anyone trying to catch him. He has so much space to, roam around. Now we can see a 3-man rotation coming on from Team AMK here, trying to catch that Kurumi as Chi. But Chi saw that, and he will try to defend the tower. Scud against 3 members on very low health, but he was able to survive that. And now Oz, without the ultimate, has to go down.
And Cole never lucky there going down to Kurumi with Schneider as well.
Red team tower has been
Absolutely.
Game is going to get dragged out quite a bit here. Both teams not having any sizable lead.
Finally, that Kunai was able to target a Thorn, and the Execute finishes him off. And Kurumi on very low health too, he was being shut down. Kira trying to come in to take down some members, but he was connected by that Bone Shiver. He has to go down. So much stun coming from Team AMK.
Yes.
Oh no, hook does not connect to Lumino.
And now the tides are shifting. We thought the team AMK was out of it for this game, and yet now they're coming back extremely strong here. Another missed hook though from this Crack. Crack has been excellent all tournament, but he's been missing quite a few hooks this game.
Yeah, I think he's got to worry and got, not mentally prepared in this match.
Hands are sweaty, arms are shaking. Probably need some baby powder.
Baby powder, yeah, absolutely.
No, like
Kira.
Yes, this Hayate is doing a bits though. He's been playing extremely well, and now with the Medallion of Troy, he's going to be able to survive this Kira extremely well.
You cannot underestimate that Thorn either. He's doing the damage. The damage being dealt by Thorn is so great as well.
Yeah, but I don't think that this Thorn is just a bit underfarmed again. As we've seen so far, the big hole in the armory of Hengez got with the Brohira and now with the Thorn is probably the farming coming out from the ADC player.
Yeah, he's still on 6k gold, while the other teammates like Chi, like Kira is already on 7k, 8k now. Later being cashed by 2 members, but his mobility gave him enough time to escape. And now Rag is being targeted too.
Rag is going to go down.
Absolutely.
Probably an overextension there from the Brag, and now another overextension there. But he gets away because his arrow with his ultimate.
Absolutely. Now Hengez got is on their snowballing game still.
I would not say that. Well, they have 3 members down, 2 members down basically now. But it's still gonna be a very sloppy slope since they don't have a big gold lead. They don't have a gold lead basically.
Yeah, but still the tower situation here, they were able to push the tower. When they pushed, when Hengez guy is pushing, they never, retreat. They just keep on pushing until they get the tower. That's a very special thing about them.
Yes, but without a gold lead, if the opponent chooses to fight back, they're in serious trouble. Right here, the fight is coming in pretty big. And with
they have to retreat just for now.
Yes, this Hayate is doing a lot. Oh, great hook there!
Ooh, now he got a good hook there. The ultimate too.
But
still the damage coming from Team AMK is very, very aggressive.
Hayate gets shut down by the Kira there though. But
yeah, Kira survived for too long in combat. And now someone has to take that Kira down, or else they're gonna be in very big trouble. Angel trying to catch down that Kira and the Bone Shaper. He does connect, but he was able to use the ability to escape again. And finally, with the ultimate of Vera, he was able to shut down that Slither.
What a fight coming out for both teams there. Kira outplaying 2 people, finally getting caught by the Vera. An amazing fight there. And as I mentioned earlier, that's the big problem with not having a gold lead and wanting to push like that. If they choose to fight you back, you might get ace just like Team Hengez just did right now. Both teams.
Yeah, Hayate, one is getting caught off guard there by Chi.
Yes, great solo kill by Chi, honestly.
So as Yugi mentioned before, their determination for pushing can't be a backfire against them since they don't have the objectives, they don't have, Slayer and Big Dragon aiding them for taking the tower. They just, diving too deep into the tower.
Yes, I'm really surprised that Chi actually got the solo kill on the Hayate today. That would never usually happen.
Yeah, but Hayate, she was able to, attack first, and Hayate was stunned. There was nothing he can do.
Maybe because he just got his Purify back, but I've seen him with basically the Purify still on for this entire skirmish, so I'm quite surprised. Now they are 5v5 again. And again, no gold.
Slayer.
Yeah, maybe they can get 1 tower, but they shouldn't fight.
I think what they're doing is that they're waiting for for 3 lanes to push hard, and they're gonna attack at once.
Yes, so against a Vera who can clear away with one S1, I'm not a big fan of that. You see how quick the lane gets clear right there?
Yeah.
With those as well, so I'm not a big. It's gonna be hard for them to push down these tier 3s. Fawn ultimate comes in though. Greg, Kira goes in, gets the arrow down. Greg ultimate.
They need a tower die. They do need a tower die in order to take down a tower, and they got that. With Volcap jumping in for the frontier, and now
the Scud
they
though.
were able to shut down 2 players from team AMK. But that Kunapis from Hayate was being able to shut down 4 members of team Hengez got.
Yes, as I said, they basically should have took the tower and went back. They chose to fight, and it came Hayate triple kill. She there trying
However, she was able to take down a tower.
Yes,
A playground tower.
overall, I'm not sure it was. I don't think it was still worth it though, because now our mid here, they might lose a couple of towers here.
I think they're gonna lose 1 tower max here because, you know, they were able to respawn. Yeah, they're not gonna lose any high ground tower.
Overall, I think that was basically just a trade. No real advantage there coming up. But I would say that bought a lot of time for this Fawn to get fed up though. He's now on 10.7k gold.
Yeah, I think the last item is gonna be the reviving, you know, item, just for safe. And now Greg hook in, but he hook in a Volcap. Not much to be said here.
Kurumi there, another great positioning by her. Catches Hayate, but fails this time. Greg.
Ooh, very good ultimate by Greg, but no, his teammates were not there, and now he has to be shut down too. But Volcap, the ball shipper connects to 4 people, but still, his damage coming from Slither is too much for them to handle, and they has to be down. 4 members down, only Hayate left to be fan. This can prove to be very troublesome for them.
I think 3 high ground tower is a must, and you may want to win, but it's still fairly difficult. It's a Hayate defending. 1 kunai blitz, and all of your HP is gone.
Yeah, but maybe, just maybe that, you know, Slither can cast at Hayate. Yeah, he's trying to, yeah, he got that Hayate. That's end game for them. There's no way they can come back after this. That damage coming from that Kira is just too much to handle.
At the end, a very good game from both teams here. I miss command. Both teams showing off some great skills there.
Absolutely. But that characteristic coming from Hengez got just too much to handle. When they want to push a tower, they're gonna push it until death. They don't just, you know, I'm gonna push 1 tower, I'm gonna push a high ground tower, I'm gonna retreat. No, they don't do that. They're gonna push 1 straight lane to your base, and they're gonna they only retreat when they accomplish their target.
Well, yes, but that does mean that they do overextend slightly, if not quite a bit.
Overall, yeah, they pay for it. They pay for it like 2 times in this game already, but still, they don't stop from doing that.
Yes, well, that's their play style. They enjoy playing it like that. This kudos to them, basically. Overall, we've seen a very good game here, 22-22. Both teams not having a Kira did carry heavily there, and picked up important skills at the end there. That Fawn doing quite a bit of damage, even though I think he didn't have enough impact.
Yeah, once again he's underperformed, like we said earlier on.
Yes.
Comparing to the damage done and the effective done from that Hayate, I think Thorn is overshadowed by the opponent's ADC again.
He actually did more damage, but his damage landed on the Crack and the Scud, who basically are too tanky to deal with.
Yeah, but the effects of him on the game comparing to Hayate is not that much of the deal, you know.
Yes, it's lacking.
Hayate, I think Hayate still do more impacts for his team than Thorn to Team Hengez got.
But I don't think the itemization on the Hayate was a bit iffy. I know you need Medallion of Troy against Akira, but he just didn't have the damage output. This Hayate.
Absolutely. And that's gonna be a 3-0 for Team Hengez got here.
And now, hang on tight to your seats. Let's see if Team AMK is gonna come back, or is it going to be a whitewash coming from Team Hengez God?
We'll be back for the fourth match of today very soon. Welcome back to that fourth match of today, final of the AoV Summer League here between Team AMK and Team Hengez got, with the lead of 3-0 for Team Hengez got here, and now one more game, and Hengez got gonna be the winner if they win this game. Team AMK has to be on the best game. If they haven't been for the three last game, they're gonna have to play their best on this game now. If they want a comeback.
I'm still hoping for that comeback from Team AMK. Show us what they got. Overall, I do think that Team Hengez has a very big lead here. So if they can just play as they did the previous games and no surprise coming out from Team AMK, they will win. And as for how they played, Kurumi here, one of the best performing Slayer laner we've seen so far, is going to probably up for the Superman perspective. Really
Superman pick.
A really, really early Superman though. No, they're swapping for Lavion.
Yeah, Superman might be annoying, but I don't know if he's gonna be the first. He's gonna be a first good first choice hero for the first picking phase.
I would say that Superman's a terrible first pick. He's very good of a hero, a lot of counter. On the other side though, Fawn gets picked up as the first pick. And Mina. Now that is what you call meta to a thief.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably
now,
this
Hayate pick. Yeah, I think Hayate is not gonna be surprising for Team Hengez got to pick here.
Yes, I'm not sure of Hayate this early though. There are still some ways you can counter the Hayate pick there.
Yeah, so that's gonna be an ADC swap for both teams here. Since now Hengez Scott is now taking on Hayate, while AMK is taking now Torn as the opposite for the last match.
Gilder gets locked in. Quite surprising. I guess they're not ordering to save heroes anymore. Since they think they want to end this now, is what I'm reading from Team Hengez.
Yeah, on to the last pick of the first picking phase for the team. What team is that? AMK here.
Have they used the Florentino?
Florentino. Yeah. Wait, no, I think Florentino
No, they haven't
goes
used
to...
the Florentino, if I'm correct. Oh no, it's banned.
Florentino was picked for Team Hengez got in the first match, so... No, in the second match, so no. They haven't picked it yet.
But the Iggy gear gets picked up though. I'm very troubled by Team AMK here though, since they basically picked both Scud and Arrow and lost. Hillgraf is going to be a very, very good option here.
Hillgraf.
From Team AMK.
Yeah. You mean that's a jungler? That's a Hillgraf or two.
Hillgraf is still basically an underutilized hero in this entire tournament here. He's still probably one of, if not the strongest, basically hyper junglers and Slayer laners. Like, in terms of damage output, no one's higher than Killgraf as a Slayer laner.
I don't think we have many Killgraf players here, but that as a tactical pick, Killgraf can be a good choice here in this match.
And Killgraf basically ruins both Lorion and Gilded.
Absolutely.
Like they can't play against a Killgraf.
Yeah, well, Killgraf just ultimate in. His ultimate lasts for 8 seconds, right? As far as I can remember. That's enough of time to negate that ultimate from both Lorion and Gilder.
Yeah, and if he's using Devil's Awakening, he can dash in once, go for ultimate, and use the Devil's Awakening to have a second S2 and a second dash, which is extremely deadly. Even yet they might get caught by a Killgraf if they're not careful. I'm hoping for that kill graph here. So basically, throw a curveball. Since he's rarely picked, but he's been extremely effective when he's picked.
Well, we're gonna have to see about that.
Both band came in as basically Kira, Lubu, Scud, Arrow. Nothing really surprising. Basically, the OP junglers, as we say.
Absolutely.
Yo, they'll get locked in. And Superman.
Finally, a Superman is being locked in.
Why
It's a rush
Rolex?
choice.
Who is
Hero
jungler?
2.
What?
Yeah, that's
Who?
gonna be a big question for me. Who's gonna be the jungler?
Is this a mystery?
Hayate?
Hayate jungle with Gilda jungle is actually quite good, but I doubt we're going to see something like that in this tournament.
No, I don't think that's gonna be a choice here.
Well, Superman cannot jungle. Hayate can, but it's horrendously slow. Vero.
Well, he's being very slow and being very passive. I don't think he's gonna be the jungler.
He is.
What? Mind blowing right now. Are they trying to mess with their opponents?
This
A Will
could,
jungler.
this could be a genius move, or this could flop massively.
I was never a big fan of Will because he's like the ultimate is like very very bad ultimate because it takes him like 3 or 4 seconds to just fully activate his ultimate.
Yes,
It's very easy to dodge his ultimate too.
like it's even slower than Toro, which is already quite slow. And here's
Absolutely.
jungle. Oh my god. Now that's one curveball we never expected to see in the grand finals of this tournament.
This is going to be like a tie. So many weird picks in this game.
Butterfly Slayer lane is still very solid pick, honestly.
Yeah, but for the decisive match in the final, I don't think you should play like so risky about that.
No, there's no risk when picking a Butterfly Slayer lane.
No, I mean you could opt for some better option.
They
Some missed push by Superman here.
They kind of screwed themselves with the last game when it comes to picks.
It might happen again in this game.
When it comes down to it, they only have the only available for AMK good Slayer lane at tier 1s are the high split pushers, the Omen and the Killgraph. So Butterfly seems like a smart pick there actually.
Oh, early on we see some rotation still by the mid lane and ADC.
Yes, Stack Poke coming out from that Hayat, they're probably trying to get his alchemy up. Vyro just finished half of his jungle there.
Oh my god, this is so tragic. I don't know. They're going for an invade? Oh wow, this is interesting.
And Vyro steals the blue buff.
Wow, very fun. Very funny to watch, just
Yeah.
for sure. And now Zero is on very big disadvantages there. Superman stole some of his creeps. Mina and Katniss stole one of his creeps on the red buff side too. And now he lost his buff, his blue buff.
Wait, he didn't have any buff now.
Very, very sad. Sad life with Zero, having no buff. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard for him to operate here now. However, that's gonna be a very good hook from Mina, but still. you can see that damage coming from Lorion. It's not something to mess around too, either.
Yes, well, I'm still hoping for this phone to do bits though. If anything we've seen so far, this player on this phone has been nothing short of excellent in this whole game. Even though his team is 3-0, he's been doing really well.
Butterfly, yeah, Butterfly. He did a smart move of going, not overextending there, because the bushes in the middle lane is always the most dangerous points to mess around with.
Well, Butterfly is a fairly tanky hero when we think about it. So I would say she's
not too tanky against 4 opponents.
Yes, but I actually doubt they have much damage coming out from Gilded early game.
Kuna passing the first blood from that Hayate, and now that's gonna be a first blood heading toward the ADC, taking down the support from Team AMK here.
Yes. Born clearing his way with his ultimate there. Might get caught here as well. Lorion damage goes in and gets the... Yeah.
Absolutely. Hosh misses his ultimate though. And now Zil, with both red buff and blue buff, was able to take down that Lorion, overextending. Superman coming in to rescue, he was too late. So you can see the gold lead is not much still.
There's no such thing as a gold lead currently.
Yeah.
And I would say late game. I don't actually want to call this late game. I think Hayate can do bits, but Butterfly is actually very strongly game. So is Fawn, so is Iggy. So I'm leaning towards Team AMK again.
Superman being caught by both Butterfly and Zil.
Yes.
Although he activated his ultimate, he activated his sprint, but he was not able to escape. Now Slither still. His forming rate is not too high. He just finished the breast out of the jungle.
That's Storyville, second tier jungle item, and that's quite strange. And I was actually expecting Leviathan since you're playing Vyro. But what do I know? Maybe Vyro is then the next big thing coming out in the jungle.
Yeah. Vyro may be the meta pick for jungle after this if Slither executed well. Now that Zil ultimate in tried to take down Hayate, but Hayate was able to return the damage and Gilda with his ultimate, putting that Zil in danger now. Very good poking damage coming from the Gilda. And Superman coming in trying to clear someone with the ultimate and with the disrupt. He was able to clear 2 members out, and now Butterfly coming in. Butterfly is doing more damage here, playing both Slither and Colt Never Lucky out.
Yes. Double kill on the Butterfly, and now she's going to start getting her farmer 4-0 triple kill. Now, this is going to be difficult. Even though she's not jungling, this Butterfly has basically the most money on the map.
Absolutely.
And
from that kill.
And that's scary. No one wants this Butterfly to snowball in your face. It's even worse than Kira.
Oh, now 3 men chasing down Superman, and Superman has to be defeated ultimately. Willow somehow pushes his buff out of range, and now the Might Golem has to reset. What is going on with Slither?
Probably just doesn't want the jungle MVP for this game. And
Colt Lucky was able to steal that red buff.
What a show we are on this video.
Yeah, they're probably messing around with their opponents here.
It shouldn't be, because if this gives them the morale to come back, it's going to bite the Hengez god in their backside quite heavily here.
Yeah, they should just have gone for a serious game and just secure their winning position already. Because now we're gonna see that Slither is being evaporated by a 4 member of Team Hengez got here. Oh, for correction, only 3. The ultimate coming from Lorion. Not able to stun anyone since the cleansing was out there. And
this
Superman,
going triple kill. Oh,
yeah. Butterfly is too fed up
that
now.
Mario Butterfly. She's going for crit as well. And because she doesn't have to get the jungle item, this Butterfly can go for both Omnis and crit, and her normal attacks is going to hurt. Fawn here, picking up that tower. Vero here, trying to defend, trying to do his best.
Yeah, I think now the best thing for him to do is, either stay with team to defend or split pushing, because ganking and, team fight is not the best thing for him to do anymore.
Yes.
And now he's being caught by 3 member of Team AMK too. He has his, passive to stay alive, but still the damage input is too much, and now he has to go down.
Yes, overall, this game looks like it's going to be very difficult for the team in the blue side here. Team Hengez is probably going to have to suffer this game. And they did pick a very strong lineup other than the Vero.
Absolutely. Superman coming in trying to take down somebody, but no, he was stunned by, that Mina. And Butterfly coming in trying to end his life, but no, he has to activate the ultimate and the sprinter to escape that. What a waste.
The Fawn. This Fawn, if he snowball with the Butterfly, it's going to be GG. 7k on both of them. And the Butterfly, another kill, legendary again on the viral hit.
We finally see the gold lead coming on here. 7k gold lead. And as you mentioned before, both Porn and Butterflies going snowball this game very, very hard. Superman pick against a Porn, not ideal. Vero as a jungler, not ideal too. And now they're paying hard for, messing around with Team AMK.
Truthfully, all the other picks they have picked are very solid. The only hero that's in real question was Viro, which I do think it was a mispick.
Yeah, that is definitely a mispick. Other than that, I don't have any other explanation for that too. That damage coming from Hayate is very much, but that was not enough to shut down the entire team. And
But
now that's gonna be a victory for Team AMK. No,
Yeah.
Superman was able to respond.
Not yet, but this phone is going to destroy the Superman. No questions asked.
What is going on? I cannot understand this.
I'll just say this though. Honestly, both teams are playing their best with what they have. But I do think the jungle coming from Team Hengez is a bit lacking, to say the least.
Yeah, while the ADC coming from Team AMK is doing his massive job here. With the damage, it's not, tech glitch mode here. Damage from Hakuna Blitz and all the poking damage. He's doing a lot of damage, you can say there.
Yes, and now the Mega Minions come in with the 5v5. Superman has to go back quickly here. We don't
I don't think they know. Yeah, they don't have enough time for that. Now that's gonna be a combat, the final combat of the game. Sitting down, Lorian is the first one.
That's GG.
Now Superman coming in, trying to do something, but it's gonna be GG for Team AMK here.
What can we say about this game? I think honestly AMK with their composition played an amazing game. And as I said, the Butterfly in Slayer lane might look weird on the surface, but since basically every player in the game knows how to play a good Butterfly, at this level at least, she did bits. And then the Fawn coming out with the ADC player coming out from Team AMK here, now getting the win that he deserved. He's been playing great all match, and yet here we see another crit viral coming out here. Not doing so good, huh? I would still like to watch the damage just to see the damage on this butterfly and this fawn. Yes, the two of them basically doing the bulk of the damage. Usually when you have Iggy in your team, you expect the Iggy to do a lot of damage. And Zil as well, not doing much, but the butterfly and the fawn hyper carrying this team. On the other side, the Ayate did good, but just couldn't keep up. Viral did tank quite a bit of damage, but nonetheless, this is going to be 3-1. Game, I wouldn't say the game is back on just yet, but it seems like it now. AMK with
hold on. Okay. Welcome everyone back to the fifth game of today's final for the AoV EU Summer League between Team AMK and Team Hengez, with the 3-1 score heading toward Team Hengez here.
Yes, well, we have Team AMK on the blue side and Team Hengez on the red side. 3-1 though, but a very
3-1.
good performance coming from AMK last match. So their morale must be back up now. So I'm still hoping for a very, very good match here.
We should able to see a comeback here if AMK play well. Anything can happen.
That's what makes AoV so exciting.
Yeah. If somehow, I was just saying, somehow AMK were able to win that last 3 match of today, they're gonna be a champion. And Hengez gonna be regret after that, trolling match, last match with Weirdo as the jungler.
Honestly, let's just say they tried something and they failed at it. That's it. Maybe we could see a Toro jungle this game.
I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but potentially if they keep on that, not being so serious move in the final, they may be able to pick up that Toro as a jungler.
Yes, but no, they're opting for a strategy they've been using already. Elendor and Timmy. Yes, so it is.
A serious competition coming on here. Elendor and Timmy.
On the other side, L'Oreal gets Javier here. And
Another superstition move coming on here.
Azenka, Preda, Zuka. But it's probably going to be Violet there. Alistair.
Alistair, yeah. Very old school composition coming on here. Some
Yes,
heroes that were released on the very first seasons of the game. Old school does not mean out of meta.
I know.
Old school.
Yes, especially when it comes to the other side, where Elendor still has a 100% win rate.
Absolutely. The combo of Elendor and Timmy is nothing to be messed around with. They're going to do so much damage. They're going to endure during the team fights.
Yes,
Very
and
hard to castle.
Ignis gets locked in there as well. Just a solid mage pick, basically. And then Dirac gets banned. Why would you ban Dirac? They already have an Alistair. Or they're probably changing it up now to Irie. Yes.
Yeah, Irie make more sense.
A lot more sense, yes.
We might see that Lubu as a jungler.
Maybe, but I don't think against Elendor, Lubu is kind of a cylinder. I'm not a fan of having Lubu jungle versus Elendor.
Or if they get to pick up another better jungler, a Lubu pick can go with the Slayer lane too.
Yes, I'm expecting probably an Aoi or something of that type of jungler instead of the Lubu. Lubu's a bit stiff when going up against Elendor. A ban on Choknar though. Quite surprising. That means that
Why would they ban the jungler? That make no sense to me.
you want to play Superman, but they already played Superman. I don't understand. Maybe they already played Yoda and Lorion as well, so no. I don't see why would they ban Choknar there.
Unless the next two pick gonna be some hard CC, the ban on Jokner is not something convincing to us.
Scud isn't hot CC. Scud has
No,
a bit
this
of.
is like a normal CC, not so hard CC on Scud.
That's really surprising. This Scud is probably. I don't know, actually. This Scud is going to be playing in this solo lane, or maybe he's going to jungle with Elendor lane. Varus,
Yeah, maybe.
Varus makes a bit more sense in the jungle. It's still very.
Varus, Pura, Violet. The Pura Violet combo once again. That poking and healing combo.
Yeah, and on top of that, with the Varus and the Lubu being an extremely strong front line, this is going to be very interesting. And yes, with that Gina picked up, I do think it's Gina and Scud on the side lanes with Ignis mid and Timmy roaming with Elendor in the jungle. And they.
So far,
AMK still hasn't decided what the jungler is going to be. I'm hoping it to be Varus,
Varus jungle.
but it looks like it's
Yeah, we're
going.
not seeing me a Lubu jungle, I think.
Yes, it does look like it. I'm not a fan of it. Let's just say it like that. I don't enjoy. I wouldn't go Lubu against the Elno jungle, basically.
So we're gonna have a Scud in a lane today. Scud
Yeah.
not in the jungle, but in one single lane.
Yes, and this Scud is probably going up against either the dual lane of Pura and Violet or the single lane of Varus. Either way, he's not going to have as easy time as if he was in the jungle.
Okay, so we're gonna have a talking about team fight. Personally, I still prefer team AMK over team Hengez got for the team fight.
No, the problem with talking about team fight here is Elendor can basically outplay any hero.
Yeah, but that depends so much on skill and so much on
Yeah,
on
but
situations.
most players that choose to pick Elendor know how to use him to its
Operate.
maximum ability.
Absolutely.
So I'm not gonna lean on anyone for team fights just yet. But I do think composition-wise, the Violet, Pura, Varus, and Lubu gives a lot of heals. So we have to probably see a lot of Tomb of the Reaper and Curse of the Death this game. That's to say the least.
Yeah, I think even Pura has to get her hand on one of the anti-heal items. Some early game combats going on here. Alistair with his S1 was able to stop some combat, but was not something that you can stop that easily. And now first blood for Elendor, and Colt Never Lucky is in danger too. But Elendor got defeated. And that's gonna be a 3-1 trade with a double kill coming toward the jungler Varus.
Triple
No,
kill.
Varus was not a jungler. Varus was a laner.
Yes. And now we could see
Interesting.
that Scud got completely out-rotated there for some reason.
Yeah, Scud is on the flare lane somehow.
He's still, like, Varus was there getting a triple kill, he's still pushing there. And he doesn't really get any advantage here on top of it, which is kind of weird.
Being passive on the Darkstone lane is not something, on meta anymore. You have to go around. And Scud was not doing that, and now he's being attacked by that Varus.
And
He's on low health, he has to retreat.
with the gold advantage coming up from that Varus, Scud basically has no chance of finding out at this one.
Absolutely, now. We can see that the first dragon. Yeah, both junglers not, very. They're both not very interested in that first, dragon.
Yes, well, this comes down to basically team composition. I would say that either way, the team AMK wants to play it a bit slower than the
Colt
other.
Never Lucky.
The light grows dark.
Yeah. Colt Never Lucky was caught, however, before member. And that was it. No further combats. No further,
Yes. This Varus
Laska still pushing that lane.
does lose quite a bit of health on her tower though. This Varus.
Half
That-
of the health.
That's a big problem about split pushing compared to basically rotating. If you don't get any advantage while rotating, split pushing is actually better.
Absolutely. Oh, so much damage coming from that Yana. But now Lulu Mio is in trouble too. His team over there to help him. Flitter maybe here in the combat. Colt Never Lucky was being targeted. He was being caught down. And now Mushilata. Yeah, but no one were there to help him.
Now this Violet is going to... Yeah, the Yina overextended trying to get the Violet, but has to go down. Basically,
When you
this,
try to proxy the wave, he cannot just stay there for too long.
he didn't try to proxy. She tried to get the kill on the Violet, but basically Violet just went on the tower. Whereas there, though, diving into 3 members. And it's going
Very
to...
good ultimate, shutting down that Team E. But still, they lose one tower.
Has been
Yes.
destroyed.
I would say, though, the Slayer lane tower isn't
It's not
issue,
too
though.
important.
Yeah,
Out of tower.
yeah, and I would say that this Varus is... Actually, funny thing, she's playing more like a jungler than this Lubu.
Absolutely. Now that Scott is caught between 4 members, he's very tanky, but still he cannot, escape. That's just too much for him. He
Yeah.
bought his team enough time to, do whatever they need though. It took them like at least 10 seconds to get that Scott killed.
Yeah, there was a miss S1 coming from the Varus that would have killed the Scud there. Probably just a bit of a misplay there. The red buff is getting invaded here and does go down to Erendor. Yes,
yeah,
it does.
to Elendor.
Erendor getting caught here.
Elendor was being locked in by that,
Leo Blue is activated though. And Erendor
Elendor was able to come back and do some damage, but Lubu was waiting there in the other side, trying to catch him, but his teammates were there to protect him in time. Now Lubu is down to Varus was being attacked. Varus tried to do something. She got a kill.
get away
Teamy
here.
was being shut down. Yeah, Varus was able to survive in that combat for so long. And now Violet is being, taken down by Slayer too.
Ultimate.
That's gonna be a
Now,
1-on-1 straight still.
Varus,
Kurumi.
Elendor here is going to be tricky.
Onslaught.
And Elendor gets a
More
shutdown.
than outplayed by Elendor, taking down 2 members. Very, very fantastic gameplay by Elendor right there.
Mugilata there on the Alistair trying to get the Ignis down, but then gets caught by the Yina.
Now Yina, the damage output of Yina is very high.
Yes. And the CC on her second form is quite big as well. Elendor
Absolutely.
hyper dominant here. Catching up both.
Oh, a very good stun from Teamy, shutting down that Colt Never Lucky and his teammate, the ADC too. Very, very good stun, able to stun 2 people, but now the lock does come into that Teamy, but being a pro was activated and he was able to live on for, another time. And now, but still, Lubu doing so much damage, but not able to finish off Splitter. Got still split pushing.
Tower has been destroyed.
And this now looks terrible for MK.
Blue team tower has been destroyed.
Erendor is
Absolutely.
in their face.
Legendary.
Elendor 10-1-1, he's so fed up now. And still, Violet once again being caught by the piano.
Yes. And then, as we discussed, the Lubu basically can't lay a finger on this Elendor.
He tried so many times, he almost got an Elendor, but somehow his teammates were being there quite quickly to help him out. And
Both.
Elendor escaped from so many situations.
This could be
Destroyed.
game, set, and match.
Oh, Mushilata was being evaporated very quickly.
Blue team tower.
Tower dive, still coming in. I think they're gonna push for the main base here. Lubu turned on the ultimate trying to clear the minions, but he was evaporated as well. The damage coming from Elendor was too much for them. They even got in the altar to kill that Violet and the support. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna be a GG for them.
Yes, this should be game, set, and match. Pura cannot defend. Wait, the Alistair does come out soon though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Smear is still on the map. He can just poke the tower, but he chose not to.
No, he might get caught by Alistair. If Varus can come out in time and Lubu comes out here, it's still not GG. And the shutdown goes back onto Lubu. Lubu
What
though
is going on?
can't chase the Alistair there, and Slider though still gets away, just walks away basically. Now basically
Seems like
build probably is
he
the
wants to give.
on the map by far. Look at the Slider go
Gross stuff.
on the Elendor.
He's just too fed up right now. He just wants to give the opponents the chance to come back. But that was quite,
Nice
not
stream.
possible for them to do so anymore.
Slider
The
has
damage output is just so much now. The KDA from Splitter,
Legendary.
OMG, 13-1-7.
Double kill.
yes, and this is probably going to be GG.
Triple kill.
Triple kill there. And the butterfly goes in and out looking for the mega kill.
OMG, yeah.
Quad
I think
kill.
the point at this stage in the game that late is that they want to, improve your KDA for that best MVP award.
Yes.
Because 16-1-7.
Perfect game on Elendor, I would say. Almost perfect. See, they die once.
46.8% damage
Yes.
from Elendor.
And the MVP point of 16.4. On the other
He
side,
got a legendary title, the quad kill title, the most killed one, most assist one. No, not most assist, but most gold, most tower taken down,
this
and
is
a whopping 46.8% damage on the team.
yes. And one more thing we have to point out though is this Elendor was basically more fed than, other than Varus, more fed than any member, like twice more fed than any member of the opponent team. Varus,
OMG, absolutely.
it just wasn't enough. Other than that, it was a huge snowball by the Elendor.
And that's gonna conclude our Europe Summer League title. It's gonna be a 4-1 for Team Hengez got, which means that they're gonna be the first place and the winner of the tournament. Congratulations to the team, to the coach, to the players for very hard working tournament of this, and you guys deserve the first place of the tournament.
Yes, and we might come back soon with some interviews from the winners here.
Absolutely.
And we shall also decide the winners who work for MVP for the best for per position soon. So we will be right back. What do you mean talking nonsense? What did you mean stop talking nonsense? They were hovering Toro with the punish. Then I said maybe we can see a Toro jungle. That's it.
Yeah.
What's not?
Bro, they got the guts to pick a Widow jungle. We expect them to pick a Tor jungle next.
Like they hovered it.
Impossible.
I just talked about it casually. And you're like,
It's not impossible.
come on, stop being the boss. Oh wait, you are. So easy FMVP go to Strider. We can all agree on that. Where's the table? Can I see the link as well? Okay. And are we doing the interviews?
Wait, how about that? How about that show match between, moderators and players?
Later. That's private. That's private. Yeah, on one of the streams, we can invite them back for a little show match. Some fun. And beat their asses. I'm gonna go to the bathroom 1 sec.
Table. Hengez lover. Slayer. Oh yeah, I haven't watched Hengez lover play yet, so I cannot tell. Yeah, just skip an MVP just already. Best player. Be honest. To be honest, I prefer the one from the AMK team more than the one from Hengez got.
You shouldn't forget the Slayer laner from Wiso and Die Geringverdiener. Well, MVP doesn't really matter in best Slayer laner, because I already explained it to you. If one person has one player that's always, I don't know. I don't really know. But if you see the jungler from the Geringverdiener, the player has 7 times winning MVP. So he will have more MVP than the other people of his team. That makes it harder for the others to get MVP. So his score will always is mostly higher. So that's why they aren't MVP. So they should also get in consideration. Yeah.
So we got jungle and Slayer ready. Still support, ADC.
Who's best jungle? Yeah.
One from TFS. I don't know. Oh, 4, I think. The top 8 is too wide.
Well, you could make it top 8, but I mean top 8 isn't really useful because look at Ata's team. They got really lucky and got in the top 8, you know.
Oh, Shadow, you forgot to mute. You forgot to mute the thing.
Behold, the silent death is here. You rose to conquer, dressed in fear. Don't make a sound, don't let him hear. 'Cause if you're found, then you'll be disappear. I'm coming for glory. This is the only way to be. You've heard all my stories, you know it's in my destiny. No pain, no love, it's a long game focus. Dive into war, be the soldier, no difficulty can hold us. Keep looking out for the danger, even from things that we seem to love. Just with a snap of my fingers, enemy turn to dust. Now keep them coming, keep them knocking my door. It's the bloodshed that leaves me hungry for more. Always ready for war, feasting on the applause. 'Cause victory is written into my core. So come on, now bring it on. I've been waiting for too long. My rage is growing stronger than a storm. So come on, can you feel it now? This is what I'm talking about. The craving sound inside my mind for days and hours. I say it loud, say it proud. I got my dreams in me. Here comes the kill. shot with a direct touch. I need no luck, 'cause I'm the one, and this is my winning song. So come on, now bring it on. I've been waiting for too long. My rage is growing stronger than a storm. So come on, can you feel it now? This is what I'm talking about. The craving sound inside my mind for days and hours. Say it loud, say it proud. I got a dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, 'cause I am believed in. Let victory make history. I got my dreams in me. Here comes the killing spree. Can't be defeated, 'cause I am believed in. Let victory make history. Yeah.
Hello.
Yuri back there. Yeah, Yuri is back, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes. Hello. Can you hear us, Never Lucky?
Yeah, Shadow will just mute us for a while. We just wait for,
Yeah.
Never Lucky to fix this audio or something like that, so we can go on with the.
Shadow count us down if the stream starts again, then everyone knows.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna have an interview with Tiago here, who is the solo laner for Team Hengez, who is the winner of this tournament. So Tiago, congratulations for the win today.
Thanks.
All right. So we do have some questions we're gonna have to ask you. So what do you feel about the whole tournament as a point?
I feel like it was really fun to play. and yeah, the enemy team played really well too, so it was really entertaining and fun.
Well, that's great. What team did you think was your toughest rivals during this entire tournament?
I would say this team and the team we played against in the semifinals.
Oh, TFSSM?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a 4th place at the end of the day. But still, the performance on every team of the top 4 is very, very well.
Talk us through about your practice. We've known you guys to play together for quite a while now, since the last interview. How did you guys practice for this final?
We just played 5Q in ranked. Yeah, we just casually played.
Yes, well, overall your team chemistry is really good. Would you like to join a new next tournament if we do another tournament soon?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Oh, and one more question. I think it's gonna be, not so appropriate. If you don't want to answer, it's okay. But for the 4th matchup today, I don't know why you guys, let the other team win so easily after all. Because of the Widow jungle pick, is that a mistake or is that intentional?
That was intentional.
Intentional Widow jungle.
We just try to see if we can win with Viral Channel.
Alright, very cool.
That's really interesting. If you guys wouldn't have pulled it off, you guys would have created a new meta. Sadly,
Yeah, that's true.
didn't land.
Yes.
Alright. Thank you very much for the interview, and once again, congratulations for the winning today.
Yes, congratulations. And
Thanks.
we will be hoping to see you guys back on the game, basically. And maybe for a new tournament soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Alright. Never lucky. Congratulations on the tournament today. It was very well played of you guys getting the 2nd place of the tournament after all. How do you feel about the tournament?
I feel very well. We did our best. We won versus the other teams, but Team HIG, Team Hengez, was much better than us, we have to say. And all in all, that was a great tournament. We didn't think that we reached that far. And yes, we are really happy to be 2nd place now.
Yes, well,
Alright. Very humble opinions from Mr. Never Lucky there. Okay, another question is, throughout the tournament, we have seen you playing a lot of, support heroes. So out of all the support heroes, what is your favorite one?
My favorite support is Drak, of course, as you might have seen.
Yes.
I play Drak since season 4, and I always were into supports who can hook or grab someone out, so your team gets a big advantage and you can go in much easier.
Absolutely, we have seen you playing a lot of Crack and Mina throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Well, talk us through the training you guys did for this final.
I have to say, poorly we had not that much time to train because I'm on vacation and the other people we couldn't meet that often to play. So we had much less training, but yeah. We sometimes met in the evening and played some games to just get into this 3-roam situation. But versus team Hengez' God, we couldn't do this because they put too much pressure on the other lanes. So we were with the 3Q rotation too slow to defend the towers.
Yes, and tell us about the heroes for a bit. What are your favorite? What do you think is the strongest hero right now? And what do you hate playing against?
I would say a hero like Kefni is... no. I would say Kira is the most broken champ right now because of her CC immunity into walls and her damage being so high. It's really hard to play against, like you see in the tournament match today. It was almost impossible to kill Kira when she was more fed. And yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so one last question is, if we're gonna have a second tournament, maybe in the winter, maybe in the summer of next year, will Team AMK or will you join a tournament by then?
I really would like to join another tournament because it was really, really fun and a nice experience to have. I always like to participate in tournaments, even if I normally don't get that far as we did today. And yeah, I would really enjoy to be in another tournament.
Absolutely, you got the second place, your second best team of the whole 20 teams of the tournament today. And I'm sure that in the next tournament, you're going to achieve the higher ranking. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Mr. Never Lucky, for the interview today.
Thank you. And see you soon, probably in the game.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Bye. Hello, no mid, not mid.
Hello.
How did you enjoy this tournament?
It was a lot of fun. We all enjoyed it really, really hard. It was such a nice tournament.
Yes, what was the hardest team you had to face?
Probably Gentle's team, because Gentle is such a good player.
Oh, okay. How much did you guys train for this tournament?
Actually, not much. We never played before in 5Q. Besides of one scrim.
Oh, okay. So you guys were a team formed of basically people that wanted to join the tournament, right?
Kinda.
Yeah, that's really good. Seeing a team that basically was formed just to play this tournament go so far. Which hero do you is your favorite hero in this game currently?
Probably Elandor or Fennec.
So ADC jungles.
Yes. ADC jungles are so cool.
Yes. Will you, if there's going to be a next tournament, will you be joining it as a team?
Of course. We want the prize money.
That's a good way to say it.
And next tournament we will be the first place.
Now, I'm all for
Yeah, I
confidence.
bet you guys will.
Yes, I'm all for confidence. Well, I'll see you soon, and good luck if you're going to compete in the next tournament then.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Toka and I'm going to walk you through the so far what's called the participation of the tournament. As you can see by the image on your screen as of this moment, the most predominant regions to have taken part in this glorious tournament of ours is Germany and EU, both with 6 teams coming out of it. Of course, there are other not so popular regions, but they're very much welcomed, and of course, any teams is welcome to try their hands at the tournament. From representing Egypt, we have one team that is Trash Gang. From the land of France, we have 2 teams, very strong teams, AMK and YSO. They've made it very far into the tournament. From Italy, 5 stars. From the very interestingly, Iran, we have Clown Cats, and from Spain, a bit more participation coming from that region. We have 3 teams: Mass Heroes, Team Hack, and Team Legends. From Switzerland, we have Shinubis, and finally, from Turkey, we have Yakamas. Of course, our champion is Hengez representing Germany. Now, I will now announce the final standings of the tournament. After long waited, the final game, the grand finale, has concluded, and the overall champion, securing their place as the #1 team, the European Arena of Valor team, proved by trial fire that the number 1 team, the champion of the EU Summer League, is Hengez's God. And in second place, very valiant efforts and much successes they have found throughout the tournaments. Second place, AMK Team. Of course, going down the list, we cannot forget the other teams which have also participated and gained for themselves much successes as well. In third place, Die Geringverdiener. Wow, it's a very hard name to pronounce for non-German people. In the fourth place, TFSFM. In the 5th to 8th place, we have Trash Gang, Wiso, Yakamas, and Clown Cats. In addition, finishing the tournament in the 9th to 12th place, we have Team Hack, Mass Heroes, No Name, and Team Legends. In the 13th to 16th place, ending their journey there, 5 stars, Shinobis, Messina Sealer, Equalist. And finally, very unfortunately, these 4 teams have not found as much success as the other teams, but they have demonstrated us very good will to even sign up to the tournament and play in front of many people watching. In the 17th to 20th place, Monarchy, White Knight, the Dragon Enjoyers, and finally, Team Dawn. Of course, a great thank you to all the teams who have shown up to play. No matter where you found yourself ending your journey at, we all are grateful for you coming play and giving us amazing games of Arena of Valor to watch. Of course, one of the most exciting parts of the tournament is not only winning the team prize, but also personal prizes. We have awards for each individual best performer for each position. The final overall MVP of the entire tournament, the best player to have come from the tournament, and a pretty good who has earned himself or herself extremely great bragging rights in terms of calling yourself the best player in the European region. Sleater is the final MVP and best player of the tournament. For the best player in the Dark Slayer lane, we
will call him Enzo for this.
Yes, this player is quite familiar with the organizational team, so we will call him with a much more familiar name, Enzo, as the best player in the Dark Slayer lane. And the best player to rise from the jungle position, a position widely known to be the carry of the team, that is Hengez Lover. For the best player in the mid lane position, to have earned this title is Lulu Mio. And the best ADC, or Dragon Lane player, if you would like to put it that way, it is I am still, unfortunately, Chinese characters I cannot pronounce, so do forgive me for that. And finally, to end it off, with the best player, I think you will find this a very correct judgment in the support position, the best support player overall, that is Meaty.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would
finally.
Okay, go talk. I'll go talk.
Yeah, thank you. And to end it off, I would like to send a great thank you on behalf of the organizational team and the caster team behind the casting desk. We would like to send the greatest thank you to all the players who came to watch, who came to play, and all the viewers who came to watch the tournament and follow it through from the very first day.
Also, from the organization team, we want to thank all the casting members. We want to thank Anahi, Cam, Toka, Yugi, The Mask, for all being able to cast the games for us. So a huge thanks to you guys. And yeah, also a huge thanks to all the players, which Doka already mentioned, because we couldn't have made this tournament possible if you guys didn't participate. So thanks you all.
Yes, and we would also thank Trovo and AoV for providing us with the prize pool.
And of course, a final great thank you to everyone who have come to watch and play to this tournament. It's thanks to you that we have this amazing experience to speak of and tell other people and friends in the future. Finally, to officially end the European Summer League, I would like to say thank you, and hopefully we will see you again soon, either on the Antares battlefield or in a upcoming future, possibly going to happen, EU Summer League 2.0. Of course, that is just a teaser. I am Toka, and on behalf of the organizational team and the caster team behind Arena of Valor EU Summer League, thank you and goodbye.